This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello, and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me. It's CGB. And today, into the absolute depths of tilting, frustrating, upsetting, table flipping, demure rogues. But not just demure rogues. Don't turn off the video just yet. It's a little twist. I mean, we've seen that there's kind of a Lurrus control rogue deck that Seth Manfield played in the grand finals. That's very popular. It's very much a mill deck. There's the mill version with crabs, right? And we talked about that one. And there's the version you know and love with the Nighthawk Scavenger and the Rankle, and it's just smash face. This one, I wanted to build around one of my favorite cards. Slitherwisp. I wanted to lean into the flash stuff because more and more of the Lurrus decks are adopting a card into the story, and for good reason. A 4-mana draw 4 in current standard is pretty good. I've even got one in my own deck, but more and more decks are playing this alongside, like Xerath and Nighthawk Scavenger. And I just feel like if you want to play a card advantage tool in an aggressive deck, it's so much better if it's also a creature. And Slitherwisp seems like it's not getting enough play. Whenever you cast another spell that has flash, you draw a card, each opponent loses 1 life. So that it's a card advantage spell that is also flash, so you can play it in a safe space, or you can play it then cast other flash cards. And it's a clock. That just seems better to me for an aggressive deck. So I wanted to rebuild rogues specifically around the Slitherwisp. And I think it's all right. I like where we're at. I don't want too many counter spells because if you spend too much time countering the spells on the board, you don't get to deploy your threats. Slitherwisp is awkward to deploy. A double black and a blue, a very specific cost, 3 mana. That's a lot. So it's hard to counter something and then play Slitherwisp and then hold up a counter spell. Instead, what you want to do is just get the opponent into a situation where maybe they play a creature and they pass the turn. You have a removal spell in your hand, you have a Slitherwisp, and you have, let's just say, a flash creature or 2. And you want to play the Slitherwisp on the end step, untap, use the removal spell, then play the flash creatures before the opponent kills the Slitherwisp and draw some cards on their turn. Like whenever they go for the removal spell, because it's a cast trigger, not an ETB, you respond with the flash creatures. So, what isn't in the deck? The Merfolk Windrobber and the Crab aren't in this deck because they don't have flash. You'll notice that all of our creatures have flash. 4 Duelist, which is something I don't use too often, but has been really good in this deck. 4 Thieves Guild Enforcers, 4 Thought Thieves, 4 Borrowers, 4 Wisps, and 2 Xeraths. So lots of flash creatures to trigger the Wisp. I'm also not running any cards that have flash but are overpriced effects, which is what I consider Ashiok's Erasure. It's what I consider Omen of the Sea. I'm not running the Cunning Nightbonder because that card reduces the cost of flash creatures, but all of the flash creatures are cheap intentionally. The only thing it would reduce is Xerath and Brazen Borrower sometimes. So just that card didn't really fit the mold, and these other options are so much better. This deck isn't going to mill people out very often, maybe never, but it is going to drain them to death and overpower them with the mighty Slitherwisp. So I'm really curious to try this and see how it stacks up in the meta, because in my mind, playing a card draw engine that also kills the opponent is better than just playing card draw. We'll see how that works out. I don't think you need me to explain too much more about rogues. I do want to say something about these lands. Agadeem's Awakening and Shatterskull Smashing are the good versions of these, and it is because you can play them for 5 or 6 mana and have them be effective. 7 mana is just way too much. So the other 3 that cost 7, Emiria's Call, Turn Timber, Symbiosis, Seagate Restoration, they need to be in a specific deck that intends to play 7 lands and then still have a spell to cast. Because, let's face it, you can't play it for a land and cast the spell. So it's really an 8th land. thing, and a lot of decks just don't play that way. Like this deck often doesn't need its 8th land. So Agadeem's Awakening is amazing here. So I run a lot of Awakening and Shatterskull Smashing and not too much of the other Mythic lands. All right. You don't need me to talk too much about how Soaring Thought Thief and Thieves Guild Enforcer work. This deck can play a good rogue game when it doesn't have Slitherwisp, but it plays a very different kind of card advantage-y drain game when it does. So it's interesting. And Cling to Dust in the board for the escape cards that are out there trying to foil our escape strategy, as well as the Rogue Mirror. Now, before we completely dive in, I'm going to give the Twitch Prime reminder. Thank you to everybody who's done the Twitch Prime sub on Amazon. Please, if you do the Twitch Prime thing on my Twitch channel, then please drop by and hit renew. It's that time of the month where renewing your Twitch Prime makes a big difference to me. Free for you, really helps me. Thank you so much for taking a few moments to renew. And then the other thing I'm really excited to bring up, for the first time ever, I am a guest at a convention. Now, it's an online convention, but I'm still very grateful for it. SD-WhoCon, San Diego Doctor Who convention, being held online this year, and the panel is actually free to all. So it premiered on October 10th. The video is live. You can watch it. It's about an hour of content. Behind the scenes, me talking about myself, how I got into content creation, the origins of the evil CGB character, and of course, some discussion about Doctor Who. As you can see, I've got my Doctor Who t-shirt on. I've been a fan. You can also just hear more about me and my life. And there's a link to that for the description. But the other exciting thing about this is, in exchange for doing this panel this year, I am hopefully, assuming that there is an in-person convention in October of next year, 2021, I will be a guest at that convention. So put that on your radar. If you want to meet me in San Diego, California in October, keep WhoCon on your radar, because hopefully, at least we have a handshake agreement on it, I will be a guest there in 2021 if it is safe to have it. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. I can't tell you, even if it doesn't work out, I can't tell you how happy it made me to put something on the calendar as a place to travel to and see other people. Just having that to look forward to has really helped me as we all wonder if the world will ever get back to normal. Maybe it won't be ready in October of 2021, but I've felt better this week just having put that on the calendar. So please support the WhoCon. Check out their video, watch the video, check out their website. They're doing some fundraising for a charity, Pegasus Rising, which is a really cool charity that I hope you check out, using something, it's a little hard to explain, just bear with me. It's horse therapy for people who have been through trauma, and I do believe in it. Basically, horses are super empaths and they can see the good in people, and if you are a person who has dealt with trauma, hanging out with a calming, sweet horse actually helps you. One of the coolest people I know in real life does this, and she's amazing. So I was very happy to hear about the charity, so support that if you'd like to. But check out this video, link in the description. I'll remind you again at the end. Thank you for putting up with me doing a long intro. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah. Land is good. Maybe I should have played the Triome there instead, but there's always a chance you draw like 4 land in a row and then you want to cycle this. Getting ready to Slitherwisp this sucker. And the opponent says go. Golden Egg. Alright. Dance of the Man's Doom is back, and it is a really frustrating deck, I've got to say. And as somebody who loves that deck, like, it is creating mountains of salt in my life. Maybe Cling to Dust can help us here. So if I have the untapped land, I can Zareth my opponent next turn, but they haven't milled any cards. So I think we just land the Slitherwisp. See if they have anything to do about this guy. This wall is obnoxious. We don't get to Zareth off the duelist. Another egg, leaving up black mana as if to Heartless Act. And we're sitting still. Let's go find a blue. Play Cutthroat. Or Duelist, I'm sorry. Amelia. Hopefully something good. Treacherous Blessing? Ooh. Ooh. That sounds fun. That sounds Zareth kinds of fun. We also have a Cling. I think I'd rather have the Blessing. I may not ever be able to get rid of it, but 3 cards is yum. Here comes the Heartless Act. Maybe. Okay, not yet. Soaring Thought Thief. So we go Bloodchief's Thirst into Zareth San, I think, here. Whenever you cast a spell with Flash, this would enter the battlefield with the ninjutsu skill. Oh yeah. Bounce. We also get to play it again, which, that can be fun. Now you have to choose what to Heartless Act. Good patience by the opponent, quite frankly. I thought for sure they would have Heartless Acted the Slitherwisp, but they held on to it. I did feel like they had it, but I wanted to go for the play. What can I say? Okay, and they say go, and they let me untap with my Flash card advantage machine. It's kind of weird. I'll take it. Omen of the Sun. Cool. They know about the Duelist. What are they doing? Let's see. Do they double block? Yes. Filling that graveyard, making their dance better and better. Not enjoying that. Where's my Drown in the Lock? My opponents draw them. I need to draw them. I guess there isn't a Doom Foretold, right? If they get back Blessing, they draw a lot of cards. But we get to keep attacking them. And the damage from this deck can add up really fast. Extinction Event. Well, let's play an even and draw. That's really bad. Ooh, okay. Staying with it. Staying in the game. Need to draw some flash critters. We just have to draw some flash creatures. We haven't chained off the way we need to. Alright, we can draw into the Borrower with the Triome. There's a Doom Foretold. I really didn't want to see that, if I'm being honest. Yeah, my opponent's ability to play Dance of the Manse has been a big problem in my recent Magic life. Alright. That hits the Thought Thief, but at least it goes to the graveyard. We can get it back. Okay. More cards. The good news. Okay. Okay. Stuff is coming together. So this is going to go off. They're going to take an Awakening. I guess that's fine. It goes to the graveyard. We still have Cling available if they go for the dance now. Of course, it still hits a lot of things, but it doesn't hit Doom Foretold. And we might still draw into a Drown in the Lock with our Duelist and our Thieves Guild Enforcer. It's going to be close. The 8 lands. Do they go for it? Oh, it looks like they're going for it. Alright, we need a Drown in the Lock in the top 2 cards. There hasn't been a single one in the top 21 cards of the deck. So let's start there. Whiff. Orion. Again. Whiff. So incendiary, man. Alright, Cling to Dust. Targeting Doom Foretold. Non-creatures. Opponent at 7. They gain 2 life from the Omen. But the Thought Thieves... Oh yeah, they're all 4/4s by the way, but they don't fly. Oh, this is so close. Our graveyard also gets exiled next turn. That'll be fun. Looking forward to that experience. Heartless Act. This can get back 2. It can get back another Thought Thief. That's not enough. It's not enough. We're about to lose our graveyard. Let's have a look at the top card, I think. We can kill some of these. The opponent probably has another dance to get it back all over again. So killing these doesn't necessarily solve the problem. So let's attack with the Thieves Guild Enforcer and the Borrower, and then use Agadeem's Awakening to get back the Thieves Guild Enforcer. The opponent knows about the Awakening. They might not block this Thieves Guild Enforcer, other than like with a token to avoid that. Never mind. Fill their graveyard some more, get wrecked some more. We still run Confounding Conundrums. That's hilarious to me. Man, all the reactive spells when all I needed were more flash creatures. It's been unfortunate. Not the draw we wanted. But they're still on the ropes. They've got to have the right cards. I mean, I'm not blocking. Yeah, they're going to sack those for life. Ooh. They don't have the mana for dance anymore. Okay. Okay. I've still got 10 in the air. 2 to the bottom. What are all these cards? Treacherous Blessings, perhaps? Heartless Act, alright. I need to find some damage. You are so late. Block block, block. So, ooh, we can just remove. I think that's just it. Holy cow! Did we pull this off? It was a good game. I'll give you some Hedron love, and if you haven't seen this, the happy dance. Wow! Oh man, I got danced on, and I lived to tell about it. Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh! I think we have a good draw. Let's do it! Let's go. Battle. Enforcer to back up thieves. Good, good. Opponent says go. Let the staring match commence. Grixis. No, Rakdos. Okay. Often you want the Enforcer first to mill them harder. Rakdos has Kroxa. Kroxa is a pain. Where is Slitherwisp when you need it? I told you they have Kroxa. I told you! And here comes a Scavenger, but things are shaping up okay for us. We get to be very aggressive very quickly. We also get to counter the first attempt at Kroxa. Oh my goodness. And we probably just outpaced the Kroxa. Yeah, they can Kroxa next turn. I'll just discard one of my removal spells. Kill the Kroxa with the Bloodchief's Thirst. They're taking it? Wow. Okay. Down to 5. How do you... What's going on? Extinction event? That would be legend. Alright. Apparently not. It's a shooting gallery in here. Just gunning them down. Alright, you play the Kroxa, sure. There's 2 creatures in the graveyard. If I discard another creature, this remains a 2/3. If I discard a spell, it doesn't. Let's drop off the Thirst. Don't think we're gonna need that. We'll see, though. And does the opponent dare attack me? No. Okay. That's game, I think. Spikefield Hazard is a card. Now it's not a card. Wow! That's how you rogue. No Slitherwisp required when you're gonna hit like this. There's the Slitherwisp. Keep. Let's get the tap land out of the way. Yorion is a formidable foe. What the heck? Oh, I'm on my Twitch setting. I'm supposed to be on the YouTube setting. Not supposed to be. Thank you very much for the people who come and subscribe on Twitch. This was not planned, but thank you for supporting the channel. Reminder, if you are a Twitch Prime subscriber, to drop by the Twitch channel and hit subscribe. Appreciate that. Thank you. In case you can't tell, I'm holding these for the Slitherwisp. It might not pay off. I need the opponent to tap out, which I don't know if they're going to. I'm kind of Scared that they're going to hold mana, but alas, I'm going for it. Actually, how are they going to kill this? I guess they could have a glass casket. And they main phase this. Yeah, they're going to do something here. There it is. Okay, Confounding Conundrum. Draw a card. I guess it could be a Mystical Dispute, so we'll play this first. Okay, resolves. Nice. Now the flash game sets up. Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely, yes, 100%. Oh, you are mono blue. Okay, let's let you scry before we mill you. It looks like this is a Yorion mono blue devotion, which is something I played with. But you really don't want 80 cards in your combo deck that actually relies on a couple of cards. Like, you just can't draw your Nyx Lotus enough. It is good for the indecisive, that's for sure. If you are an indecisive gamer, you are going to be very, very happy playing a deck with 80 cards instead of 60, because you don't have to cut as much. And you can defend it by saying that Yorion is good. And it is. Yorion is good. Yay, cards. I love cards. Cards are what Magic is all about. Into the Royal. Doesn't add devotion. Like, the reason I played my deck the way I did a few days ago on that video, just needed to be really proactive and get a lot of devotion on the field. I don't feel like this version really does that. If you have a lot of cards like Into the Royal. Even Brazen Borrower, which can be played as a creature, I found wasn't adding devotion, so I'd rather play cards that are defensive. I had the Singer in there. Some people don't like the Singer. The Threatening Singer. Singer, if you're looking for it. Smashed. Smashed him. Smashed him. Oh no! We're fighting against evil! 666. I guess we have 2 mill effects and Drown, but I have no idea if Duelist is any good. Somebody on 666 must be, like, if you're that rank, you must play mono black. Could be mono red, though. Cling. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to keep it because the upside is really high if we're against rogues or a graveyard-centric strategy, and the downside is really low because we'll find something to exile and draw a new card with. You don't want to be too aggressive with these. You really want to play them after a Slitherwisp. Okay, it's a very aggressive deck. Do I bounce it? No, let's save that. Let's save everything. Let's hold on. Like Wilson Phillips would. Do you want to save your Intimidator? Ooh, smart. 2 cards. I could counter this. I think I do. I think that's a counter, guys. Bonecrusher Giant's really annoying. It's just so much value. So this is Winota, Nyanoda, probably mostly Boros. Play this to get Cling ready. We need card advantage. Our hand is weak right now, but it's only a Slitherwisp or away from glory. You're gonna have to try that again. All right, do we Cling our own graveyard or do we Cling the opponent's? I'm going to go for the opponents. It's bad if we draw into the story, but it's good if we need to Cling multiple times this game, and I think we do. I think that's where this game is going. Grind. It's gonna be a grind. I may even have to mill myself to get more cards with Cling. Nice. Making sure they didn't slap reach on it. Okay, creatures are complicated these days. Give me a break. Give me a break. The app. The Skyclave app. So when this dies, we get a 3/3. Okay. Archon of Emeria. Then I'm limited to 1 spell a turn. What the heck is going on? What am I supposed to do with all this? But I'm a flash deck. I can play multiple spells on my turn and their turn. Now I get to decide where. Here's what we do, right? If we bounce this, we get a 3/3. Then we play this as a 3/1. This resolves. This attacks, I take it. On my turn, I Bloodchief's Thirst the Lieutenant? I think so. Or maybe we just don't bounce the Apparition and just bounce the Lieutenant. Yeah, it's too much damage. It's a big pain. Those Bloodchief's Thirst are looking really expensive, aren't they? Let's see if we can catch him with the Duelist. Nope. Can't catch him with the Duelist. Too smart. For my next trick, if this is a 3/4, we just take it out. So I really do want the Heartless Act, but I want to play it on their turn, but I also want to play this. Okay. This is rough. This is a really rough spot. I should be able to figure out how to make this work for me, because I can play a spell on my turn and their turn, and they can only play 1 spell on their turn. Okay? Then there's that. Trigger. Nice. No hits. No more plays for the opponent because of their own Archon. Oh! That doesn't even count as a spell. Take this and give me this. Nice. Nice. Now, too bad I can't kill this, but I still don't even want to. I want the opponent playing 1 spell a turn. Then I can hit him on my turn, hit him on their turn, hit him on my turn, hit him on their turn. Yep, Lieutenant's back. Are you done attacking me now? Yes, you are. So this was a tricky turn because you might be saying kill the Lieutenant so that they don't get the 2/2 Knight, then kill the Archon, but I can't because the Archon says only 1 spell a turn. So that was going to be my first instinct. So I think the play becomes bounce the Lieutenant, right? And then attack with the Zareth. Maybe with the other cards too, let the opponent block one of them. The Zareth gets something from the graveyard if they do. So they're just in a terrible spot. If you kill the Archon, they get a 2/2. So don't really want to give them that. But I guess the other play there is like let's see, we can kill the Archon, which, remember, it has a counter, so we can't Heartless Act it. So we kill the Archon with the Thirst, they get a 2/2. Now we have 2 more mana. We can Brazen Borrow the Lieutenant, attack with everything. The 2/2 probably blocks the Zareth. They take 7. Yeah, there wasn't a lethal. It was just about figuring out the best way to make the opponent miserable. It has a painful black source, but I think the hand is worth it. I'm not in a hurry to slam the Enforcer though, so we'll just come in tapped. Save some life totals here in best of 1, where life total definitely matters. Might even save the Enforcer for a while, try to find a Slitherwisp. Okay. Fun. Oh, come on, dude! Oh! The 2 cards I wanted most in the world. No plays, huh? I do have Cling to Dust. Oh, the draw, though. Thank you, Arena, for your shuffler and the way it shuffles. Here comes a Wind Robber. Okay. They're just holding up Drown here. We need to get them to play it. So let's try to loosen them up. Yep, they defended it. Okay, now we can play... We can probably play a Slitherwisp in the near future. Zareth. So how many Drowns do you have? The double blue is unfortunate. It's triple black to play Enforcer and Slitherwisp. Reacty. Ah, man. I think we just have to chill. God, this is frustrating. I couldn't be much more annoyed. Wait a minute. I can steal something. I like that. I like stealing stuff. Although they're not Lurrus, they could have Brazen Borrower in their deck. But at least now they've got to deal with me. I'm actually just going to steal a land. So I can replay the Enforcer. And now they have to deal with this. Which I'm sure they can, but it is what it is. Can't fall too far behind on land when they have that many cards. And now they can't counter this, so we'll just slam it now and get them up to 8. And now I would appreciate if you would mill my Cling to Dust. So they have to do something on their turn about Zareth. If they don't, I untap with Drowns available. And because of that, I should be able to resolve into the story. And then we're back to somewhat even footing. Yep. Okay, so they tap down to Mystical Dispute mana. Do you think they still play that? We don't draw the right land either. Oof. Maybe we just go for the Wisp. But we don't have any flash cards. Yeah, let's gas up. Come on, Klings. I put you in the deck for the mirror, and you're not showing. It's not nice. Oh, are we going for Zareth time? I think we are. Let's try to bounce it. Opponent probably drowns here. Then they get some things. We untap, kill their stuff. Oh, okay. Could have been worse. Could have been much worse. Yeah. And there's a Kling. Okay. Too many cards in my graveyard to clean out, though. It just makes their Zareth a lot worse. We'll keep that where it is. Yeah, they're going to have to take some kind of action. They're going to have to attack into the Thought Thief or something. This may not resolve. But if they fight over this, they're going to have trouble fighting over these. Alright, your Zareth plan isn't going to work. Let's see if you've got a backup plan. We're going into the story, baby. Alright. 28 cards to 28 cards. Woo! This one's intense. Go strong, baby. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. While they're tapped out, hit them hard. I'm going to hold up the Cling to Dust to try to stop something that could happen. Now, they might be able to do an Agadeem's Awakening as well, but maybe Cling can catch a creature. Key one probably being a Thieves Guild Enforcer. Yeah, you'll see they're like, I can do that too. 2 mana open. Playing your Enforcer so we don't get milled out here. I don't think they would quite mill me out, but it would be a lot. It would be a lot. The ominous 2 mana up for a drown in the lock. Oh, but that's not what they have. I think they're dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need a land. Oh, bold. Never mind. They dead. Very bold play. Maybe they had to make it. I don't know what's in their hand. Very bold play. For the LOLs. Death comes to us all, Orokusaki. But when you die, it will be much worse. For when you die, it will be without honor. Is it keepable? We're on the draw with 2 removal spells, which on the draw, your biggest risk is just being run over. But the Zareth San and the Drown in the Loch are potentially bad. This is probably okay if the removal spells are good, because they'll get at least 2 creatures in their graveyard. I'm going to try it. It's a weird keep. I think it's a keep most people would not be into, but I'm gonna do it. All right, this is gonna eat a removal spell. We may as well do it now. We could have also ambushed it with Enforcer if we wanted to play a control role, but Enforcer might get us a Zareth. So we want to be a little careful with our Enforcer. Spikefield Hazard. Ooh, okay. We're going to mill it up. Still need that blue source. But we've drawn 2 straight Enforcers, making the hand much more aggressive than it may have been. Shadow Doll Smasher. I smell a Bone Crusher Giant, and I don't walk into such traps. Okay. I mean, I'm chilling for a while. I can be patient, because now if we draw a blue source, we can play Slitherwisp and the Thieves Guild, so no rush here. Come on now, though, deck. Come on, deck. You're doing me dirty. You're doing me dirty. I'd rather keep discarding than just lose these for nothing. So we will. So we will. Every turn that goes by, we get closer to blue mana. That's the big plan. It's better than it looks. Every turn that goes by, our chances to win increase, because when we find blue, our hand is going to be very, very strong. But what the hell? We've drawn how many straight blue cards? It's our 3rd straight blue card off the top of the deck. Still at 20. Our opponent's flooding. Very slow blue source, but they should be afraid. Sure. You might want to resolve a spell while you still can. There it is. There it is. We knew. We knew it was coming. All right, we're going to Heartless Act it so we don't have to discard this turn. How many of those do you think the opponent has? Slitherwisp is going to find out, but the important thing about Slitherwisp is we play it and then we draw. We play it and then we draw, so it replaces itself. And they have so many land. What a bizarre Boros deck. This whole game would have been different if Slitherwisp said when it enters the battlefield, but since it's when you cast, we get to play this game a totally different way. And it looked bizarre and probably infuriated a few of you, but it's you can't deny it's working out. It's working out now. All right, 5. Oh my goodness. The Thieves Guild Enforcers are about to go off. Phoenix of Ash. Uh-oh. They've got an escape card. It's a Sky Maul deck. Man, their hand really flooded. Glass Casket. So that's for the Wisp. Do we let it target, then play another Wisp? I think so. And a Thieves Guild Enforcer? Yeah. Don't try to counter it. Besides, the Casket we can bounce with a Borrower later. Ooh, Cling to Dust can take out the Phoenix before they get it back. Or we could draw 2 cards. I guess I'm not that afraid of the Phoenix right now. I'd rather draw the cards. I can kill the Phoenix with Drown, and then use the Cling to get it later. I'm really curious what they're going to do with the rest of the cards and the rest of the mana this turn. They have to make it epic. It has to be the rest of their turn has to be amazing. Because they're at 9. Maybe they have a Shatter Skull? Shatter Skull smashing, kill 2 of your things. Yep, there it is. Alright, they're going to 3 maybe. Another Casket. It's actually a lot of removal in the deck. I guess they really did sit on a hand with a ton of removal. Alright, there's a Wisp in the graveyard, there's a Thieves Guild, and there's a Thought Thief. Too bad this is a tap land. Let's wait another turn before getting all that back. This is pretty easy right here to just pick off the Phoenix of Ash. And say go. Another Phoenix, okay. Here, birdie birdie. Would you like to rumble? Birdie, no rumble. I will destroy it. So we could play these, and then the Thought Thief is potentially lethal. They're going for the Giant here. Yep. Counter. Giant's very bad. I mean, it's very good. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. A big Agadeem's Awakening here almost kills them. They go to 2, but there's no reason. We can take the conservative route. One less Phoenix of Ash, and there was much rejoicing. Ground them to the dust. Very weird game, but I think some of you will enjoy seeing, or maybe learn something in playing those Mana Screw games out in kind of awkward situations like that. That's a lot of reactive stuff, but we'll give it a try. Maybe Brazen Borrower is good in the matchup. It's not that great on the play, honestly, because it's card somewhat disadvantage. And Drown in the Lock is like the best card in our deck, so we'll keep that. Okay, Emiria's Call. What is this? Root Grazer. So they must play some things that are significantly larger, which Borrower should be good against. But I still think that what we do here is we Petty Theft this, we shock in the Awakening or play an untapped land, and then we play out the Borrower to start the clock, and then we Blood Chief's Thirst, the Grazer, the following turn cycle. So we're setting it up so that we get a creature down to start attacking them. Because whatever this is, It's going to do powerful things, and we want some flying aggro swiftly.
Everything is proceeding precisely to my design.
Yeah. That's a big pig. Now with card advantage. Trying to decide if I need to bounce it here or if I should play the Enforcer. I could be bouncing it next turn or in a future turn. Let's do this, because then we can get double mill next turn off Borrower and Enforcer. And they have to discard right now, so that is another card in the graveyard. So that's pretty cool. Very aggressively slanted this game. If they play the Yasharn again, let's let it be. Since we're going over the top anyway, let's try to save the Drown for something that stops our borrowers from winning the game. Oh. Okay, 2 cards, so we have to get it up to 4. Then we play Drown in the Lock and take that out. No Primal Might. So this is on 6. We can play this, get it up to 8 to hit the opponent a little harder, then use the Cling to draw a card. I'm scared because we're down 2. We are down to almost nothing here. Vanishing Light, Shaya? Insane. Ooh, I'm scared. This looks like a lot of powerful stuff. Very powerful. The Garg. Oh. Couldn't have gone much better for me, to be honest. That is the play. Oh, and this would have been lethal even if they could have blocked on the ground. They're being nice. A little happy dance. I don't know, that the happy dance looks more like a taunt. It really does. I don't know how I feel about that. And we are back for the post-game wrap, and I love Slitherwisp, and I like this deck. It's almost gross in a way how good the rogue package is, because most of the games I was playing a rogue deck. You know, Thieves Guild Enforcer, Soaring Thought Thief, Zerasan the Trickster, Drown in the Lock. That's just good. You know, it gets the job done. It attacks on the mill angle and the aggressive angle. And it's very hard to kill it because of all the flash action and the counter removal spell that is Drown in the Lock. It's just so good. And Slitherwisp was, you know, the sideshow. It was the gravy, the icing on the cake. And I'm not convinced that you should run the Slitherwisp version, but if you're like me and you crafted for Slitherwisp, this is a way to dust them off, and it's a pretty fun deck to play. I enjoy it. My opponents, not so much. Guys, let's get something straight. I might be a pretty nice person, and a pretty good person by most people's standards, if you really knew me, spent time with me in real life, but I am not a good opponent. Sometimes that's probably never going to change. If you're sitting across from me in a game of Magic, I am ruthless. I am out to win by any means, like legal and ethically okay means. But if I can mill you out, I will mill you out. If I can drain you out, I will drain you out. If I can assemble a combo of cards that make it so you don't get to play your deck, but I get to play mine, I have no mercy. And this deck is without mercy. Some of you will just have to accept that when I am your opponent, I don't care about your feelings. but it does make for good content. Love me or hate me. And there are. This is something I'm coming to terms with. There's probably somewhere between a few hundred and a few thousand. I'm not sure what it is. Probably 500 to 5,000 people that watch my videos, and they just want me to lose. And they just want me to be miserable. I'm coming to terms with accepting this and being like, okay, that is fine. I understand. As long as you're still entertained, we can do this thing. Because I am sure if most of us got in the same room together and hung out, like at perhaps San Diego WhoCon in 2021, that we would be friends. So, nice segue. Check out the interview for San Diego WhoCon 2020 on YouTube, link in description. It's a pretty sweet video if you are a fan, if you want to hear more about me, how I got into content creation, my backstory, my thoughts about Doctor Who, if that's something that you're into. And show some love, leave some comments, leave some thumbs up, let them know that they picked they backed a good content creator for a little bit of draw to what they're trying to do. And then hopefully in 2021, you'll be able to see me at the WhoCon in person in San Diego, California. Stay tuned to the channel for updates on that. Honestly, I'm just pumped to be invited. I've never been invited to a con as a guest. So this is, I feel so special. Thank you for watching this video. Reminder to renew Twitch Prime. It's that time of the month that I give the reminders. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.